Every 40 seconds, someone suffers a stroke, and every 4 minutes, someone dies from one. But before the big stroke hits, the body often gives you a warning, a mini stroke. Doctors call it a TIA, or transient ischemic attack. It's short, it's sneaky, and it's deadly if ignored. Many people think it's just dizziness, tiredness, or a funny feeling, but what they don't realize is that their brain is silently asking for help. A mini stroke is like a small fire. It doesn't burn the whole house down, but it tells you the wiring is bad, and unless you fix it, the next spark will be bigger and fatal. Most mini strokes come and go in less than 5 minutes. That's what makes them dangerous. People ignore them, seniors especially. They blame it on old age, blood sugar, or fatigue. But when your brain's blood supply is cut off, even for a moment, the damage can begin. And if it's happening once, it will likely happen again. The second time could rob your speech, or paralyze your body, or kill you. So in this video, we're going to show you the 10 warning signs of mini strokes in the elderly. Each sign can appear for just a few seconds, but don't let that fool you. Every second matters. Early detection saves lives. Don't wait, don't guess. Know the signs. Share this with your parents, grandparents, and loved ones, because missing just one sign could cost someone everything. The first and most common sign is sudden numbness or weakness, especially on one side of the body. This usually affects the face, arm, or leg. Imagine trying to lift a cup, but your hand feels heavy, or trying to stand, but one leg won't cooperate. This is your brain's way of saying, something's wrong. It's not aging, it's not sleepiness, it's a warning. When blood doesn't reach parts of your brain that control movement, those parts temporarily shut down. The result? You lose control of your body. If someone experiences this, even if it lasts for just 30 seconds, treat it like an emergency. The next sign is confusion or difficulty speaking. Imagine trying to talk and the words come out jumbled. Or worse, nothing comes out at all. You try to explain what's happening, but your brain and mouth aren't working together. This is called aphasia, and it's one of the clearest signs of a TIA. Your speech center is being choked of oxygen. You may understand what others say, but not be able to reply. Or you may not understand them at all. This happens in seconds. It's terrifying for the person going through it, and often just as scary for the people around them. If someone suddenly stops making sense, don't brush it off. Don't tell them to rest. Take them to the hospital immediately. Third, look out for sudden changes in vision. This might be blurry sight, double vision, or even temporary blindness in one eye. It can feel like someone pulled a curtain over your sight, or like you're looking through water. This happens when blood flow to the back of the brain is disrupted. The occipital lobe, responsible for sight, gets starved of oxygen. The scary part? The person may not even realize something is wrong. They just blink and wait. But that delay could be deadly. Always take sudden visual changes seriously, especially if they come with a headache, dizziness, or confusion. Speaking of dizziness, that's our fourth sign. Sudden dizziness or loss of balance is often mistaken for low blood pressure or dehydration. But in seniors, it's a red flag for mini strokes. The cerebellum, which controls balance, is very sensitive to oxygen loss. When it's affected, you might feel like the room is spinning, or like your feet won't stay under you. You may stumble, fall, or grab furniture for support. Don't assume it's vertigo. Don't just lie down. Check for other stroke symptoms. Call a doctor, get a scan. Don't guess. The fifth sign is a severe headache that comes out of nowhere. This isn't your usual tension or sinus headache. It's sudden, sharp, and intense. Many describe it as the worst headache of their life. This is often a sign of pressure building inside the brain. The arteries are struggling, the blood is stuck, your brain is in danger. This can be a mini stroke, or worse, a bleeding stroke. Don't take painkillers and go to sleep. That could be the last mistake you make. Get to a hospital now. The sixth sign is clumsiness or trouble walking. Maybe you trip over your own feet. Maybe you can't seem to walk in a straight line, or your leg feels heavy and slow. These are not just aging symptoms. They are signs that your brain's motor control is under threat. One elderly woman said she kept dropping her phone and didn't know why. Later that day, she had a full stroke. That could have been prevented. If your coordination suddenly disappears, act fast. Seventh on the list is difficulty swallowing. You may feel like food is getting stuck, or like you're choking more often. Water might go down the wrong pipe. This is extremely dangerous in seniors. Not only does it hint at a brain issue, but it also increases the risk of pneumonia. Mini strokes can affect the swallowing muscles in your throat. When these muscles stop working properly, you can inhale food or liquid into your lungs. That leads to infection. A minor symptom today could become a major hospital visit tomorrow. Eighth, watch for sudden mood swings or confusion. A normally calm person might get very anxious, angry, or depressed. Someone might start acting oddly. They might forget where they are or who you are. They may stop responding or start crying for no reason. The frontal lobe controls emotions and behavior. A mini stroke in that area can cause rapid personality changes. You may think they're having a bad day, but it might be a damaged brain trying to process a lack of oxygen. Ninth, look closely at the face. Is one side drooping? Ask them to smile. If one side stays flat, that's facial droop. Another classic sign. It might come and go in seconds, so you have to be alert. Watch their mouth, watch their eyes. Look for asymmetry. Take a picture if you need to, then compare both sides. If something doesn't look right, it probably isn't. Last but not least, number 10, brief blackouts or fainting. This one is easy to miss. If someone passes out for a few seconds and then wakes up fine, most people assume it's low sugar or heat. But in older adults, it could mean that the brain didn't get enough blood. For just a moment. That's all it takes. One blackout could be a warning that a full shutdown is near. Never ignore fainting, especially if it happens more than once. Now, you may have noticed something. All these symptoms are brief. They come fast, they disappear fast. That's why TIAs are so scary. They trick you into thinking everything is okay. But behind the scenes, the brain is suffering. You don't always get a second chance. The first mini stroke is often a test. Will you take action or will you wait and hope? Don't hope. Hope is not a plan. Action is. Call your doctor. Visit the ER. Ask for a scan. Ask about blood pressure. Ask about cholesterol. You must speak up. Your life may depend on it. Even if the symptoms vanish, the threat is real. Studies show that up to 20% of people who have a TIA will have a full stroke within 90 days. Most within 48 hours. That's 2 days. Think about that. 2 days from warning to disaster. So now that you know the 10 signs, don't sit back. Be alert. Be ready. Educate your family. Tell your friends. Hang a note on the fridge. Write down the word FAST. It stands for face, arms, speech, time. These are the stroke signs, and the faster you move, the better the outcome. Remember, mini strokes are reversible. That's the gift. But only if you act quickly. The damage can be stopped. But the clock is always ticking. Your brain only gets one chance. Don't miss it. Now that you know the signs, let's talk about what causes mini strokes, how they're diagnosed, and what you can do to prevent them. Now that you know the 10 warning signs of mini strokes, the next step is just as important, understanding why they happen and what you can do about it. A mini stroke, or transient ischemic attack, is a short blockage in the blood supply to your brain. It's often caused by a small blood clot or a narrowed artery. The blockage usually lasts just a few minutes, then clears. But during that time, the brain doesn't get enough oxygen. That's why symptoms appear. Your brain needs oxygen 24/7. Even a 60-second pause can cause damage. Think of your brain like a power station. If one line goes down, the lights flicker. But if all power is lost, the lights go out. A mini stroke is a flicker. A full stroke is a blackout. The good news is you can stop that blackout from happening. You just need to know your risks and how to lower them. Let's start with the biggest one, high blood pressure. High blood pressure, or hypertension, damages blood vessels over time. It weakens the walls, makes them stiff, causes tiny cracks. These cracks allow plaque and clots to build up. When that buildup blocks a vessel in the brain, a stroke occurs. Blood pressure is known as the silent killer because it often has no symptoms. That's why checking it regularly is so important. For seniors, aim for a reading under 130/80. If it's higher, talk to your doctor. Sometimes lifestyle changes work. Sometimes you need medication. But doing nothing is not an option. Next, let's talk about diabetes. High blood sugar levels damage the inside lining of your arteries. It makes your blood thicker and stickier. It makes clots more likely. It increases the chance that blood won't flow smoothly to the brain. Many seniors have undiagnosed or uncontrolled diabetes. They think fatigue and blurry vision are just aging signs. But it might be your blood sugar rising too high. Keep your fasting blood sugar between 80 and 100. If it's over 125, it's time for serious action. Diet, exercise, and medication can help. The next risk factor is high cholesterol. Your body needs cholesterol, but too much of the wrong kind, LDL, causes trouble. It sticks to your artery walls, forms plaque. Over time, this narrows the blood vessels. The blood can't get through. A clot gets stuck. A stroke happens. Seniors should aim for an LDL under 100 and total cholesterol under 200. Eat more healthy fats like olive oil and avocados. Avoid trans fats, fried foods, and processed snacks. A simple blood test can show you your levels. Ask your doctor during your next visit. Another major danger is atrial fibrillation. That's an irregular heartbeat that causes blood to pool in the heart. That pooled blood can form clots. Those clots can travel to the brain and block an artery. AFib is common in people over 60. Some don't feel anything. Others feel fluttering in the chest or shortness of breath. If you ever feel your heart skip, pound, or race, get checked. A simple EKG can catch it. Blood thinners may be needed. Don't ignore your heart. It could be the source of your next stroke. Let's not forget smoking. If you smoke, your blood vessels are under constant attack. Smoking makes blood thick. It narrows arteries. It raises blood pressure. It starves the brain of oxygen. Even one cigarette increases stroke risk. The more you smoke, the more damage builds. But here's the good news. Your body starts healing just weeks after quitting. After a year, your stroke risk drops by half. After 5 years, it's almost like you never smoked. It's never too late to quit. You can do it. Now let's look at obesity and inactivity. Extra weight puts pressure on your heart and blood vessels. It also increases inflammation in the body. Fat, especially around the belly, can release hormones that increase stroke risk. Inactivity slows down circulation. Muscles weaken. Blood pools in the legs. A simple 30-minute walk each day can change everything. Movement keeps your blood flowing. It keeps your arteries flexible. It boosts your heart strength. You don't need to run a marathon. Just walk or stretch or dance. Just move. Now let's talk prevention. The most important thing is to recognize the signs early and respond fast. But after that, your lifestyle matters. Start with your diet. Eat more vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are great for blood flow. Berries are full of antioxidants. Nuts have healthy fats. Whole grains keep your blood sugar stable. And fatty fish like salmon or sardines provide omega-3s that protect your arteries. Avoid processed meats, too much salt, sugary snacks, and fried foods. These increase inflammation and clog your arteries. Hydration also matters. Drink water throughout the day. Dehydration makes your blood thicker and harder to move. That puts stress on your heart and brain. Limit alcohol. A glass of red wine now and then may be okay, but too much alcohol damages your liver, raises blood pressure, and increases stroke risk. Try herbal teas, lemon water, or even diluted fruit juices instead. Manage your stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which raises blood pressure. Practice deep breathing. Try meditation. Spend time in nature. Talk to friends. Laughter reduces stress hormones. And, don't bottle your feelings up. Sleep is another key. Poor sleep raises blood pressure and inflammation. Aim for 7 to 8 hours per night. Stick to a regular schedule. Keep your bedroom dark and cool. Avoid screens before bed. Sleep gives your brain time to heal, and it lowers your stroke risk. Let's talk medication. Some people need blood thinners like aspirin or clopidogrel. Others may need statins for cholesterol or beta blockers for blood pressure. Don't skip your pills. Don't stop without talking to your doctor. Consistency keeps your body in balance. Regular checkups are a must. Get your blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar checked at least once a year. If something feels off, don't wait. Mini strokes can be diagnosed with a CT scan or MRI. Doctors may also use ultrasound to look at neck arteries. Sometimes they check your heart rhythm with a Holter monitor. These tests are painless, but they give life-saving information. If you've already had a mini stroke, your doctor may suggest surgery to clear blocked arteries. This is often done in the carotid artery in the neck. It's safe, and it can prevent future strokes. Ask about it if you've had symptoms. Let's go over what to do in an emergency. Remember the word be fast. B is for balance, sudden loss of balance or coordination. E is for eyes, sudden changes in vision. F is for face. Ask them to smile. Does one side droop? A is for arms. Ask them to raise both arms. Does one drift down? S is for speech. Is their speech slurred or strange? T is for time. If any of these signs appear, call emergency services immediately. Don't drive yourself. Don't wait to see if it passes. Go now. Every second counts. The faster you get help, the more brain you can save. Treatments like clot-busting drugs only work in the first few hours. After that, damage becomes permanent, so don't delay. If you're watching this and thinking, I had one of those signs last month, but it went away, don't ignore it. Call your doctor. Get checked. Prevention is always easier than recovery. If you know someone who had a stroke, support them. Recovery takes time. Speech, movement, and mood can all be affected. Rehab helps. So does love and patience. Don't let fear control you. Let knowledge empower you. You now know the signs. You know the risks. And you know what to do. Mini strokes are not just warnings, they're gifts. They give you a chance to change course. They give you time to change your diet, time to move more, time to quit smoking, Time to love yourself enough to live longer. Your brain is your most precious tool. Protect it. Don't ignore the whispers before the scream. Act now. Be prepared. Take control. Stroke is not your fate. It's a risk you can reduce. You have the power. You have the tools. And now, you have the knowledge. Share this video with someone you love. Talk about it. Don't be silent. Silence lets strokes win. Awareness saves lives. If you found this video helpful, hit like. Subscribe for more senior health advice. We're here to help you live longer, live better, and stay independent. Because aging should be full of joy, not fear. Stay strong, stay informed, and stay stroke-free.